Why are automotive technicians leaving the automotive industry? My professional opinion. Let's get into it. Here's the number one problem. In dealerships, you have warranty pay. Warranty pay is 0.6 out of a full hour. So if you're not a mechanic, you probably don't understand what I just said. Let me explain flat rate pay really quick. So most mechanics, if you're experienced past like 4 years, are paid on the basis of flat rate, which is commission. So any job, we'll say a brake job, it pays an hour. So regardless of how long I take on it as the mechanic, if I take 2 hours to complete it, or if I take a half hour to complete it, I only get paid that 1 hour. So we'll use brakes as our example. Most mechanics can do brakes in under an hour. They pay generally an hour. So let's say I do it in a half hour and I do two brake jobs in 1 hour. Both of them pay an hour. Well, now I just got paid 2 hours in only 1 hour's time. On the flip side, let's say you have a rusty bolt or something that breaks off in the head, or a spark plug that breaks, or a job that you're not familiar or experienced with, and it only pays 10 hours, but it takes you 20 hours. Well, now you were at work for 20 hours and you only got paid for 10 hours of it. So it's really, really tough and really, really stressful on the mechanic, because that's always in the back of your mind. Man, is it worth it to even come to work? Is it worth it for me to even be here? Can I produce? Can I do it? I mean, cars are only getting more difficult to work on. Cars are only getting more advanced. Cars are only getting more just crazy, man. Whether it's electrical, whether it's drivability, whether it's captured nut designs, captured bolt designs, where you have to take off a totally unrelated part just to get a bolt out because they don't want the bolt falling off. I mean, that's a outlandish example, but that's a very, very big reason. I would say the first reason that I would give on why automotive technicians are leaving the industry. I think the second reason that I would give for why technicians are leaving the industry, and then a really, really big one, is micromanaging. It starts at the top. You have the owner who's pushing down onto the service managers and the shop foremans, like, hey man, you're not pushing enough hours. Our goal this quarter, our quota for this quarter is $1 million. We're only at 250,000. So then you're having pressure put on the management, and now that management feels that pressure. So they're going to go put that pressure on the technicians. They're going to put that pressure on the lube techs, the tire techs, the alignment techs, the master techs. And now everybody feels that pressure, and we don't work well under pressure. We work much more better when our minds are clear. I mean, this is a physically intensive job. It's a mentally intensive job. So if you are not of clear mind and of sound mind, you're going to have a very, very difficult time to do this, 100%. A third reason, and another huge reason I think that people are getting out of this field, is just the camaraderie, man. Older guys do not like to teach young guys their tricks. I've been in two separate shops now where I've heard the mentality of, well, if I teach you what I know, then you're going to take my job. I'm not trying to take your job. I'm trying to do your job when you retire. I want to learn from you so I can do what you do. And for me, my opinion is, like, there's enough work to go around, whether it's social media marketing, creation, whether it's mechanics, whether it's construction. I mean, there's so much work that needs to be done. There's so much consumerism that there's plenty enough to go around that we don't have to step on each other for it, and we can actually help each other and support each other. Which brings me to my next point. There's no support. With the pay scale being the way it is, and you being paid only on flat rate, only on what you complete, when you have your coworker Joe in the corner like, hey man, I'm struggling super hard, I need your help, most of the time you're going to go help him, but then that's eaten into your paycheck. It's eaten into the food that you give your family. So then that becomes stressful. It becomes hard to even help your coworkers. Then they're going to start feeling bad for even asking you for help. And it just creates a really, really bad cycle, and a really, really like a hard emotional spot for technicians. And as men, especially blue collar men, we generally try to hide our emotions. We try to fake it. But man, it's a hard emotional environment to be a mechanic. I've been a mechanic for 5 years, professional mechanic, and it's difficult, man. Like the work itself is hard enough, but the hardest part of it is the shop politics, the drama, having to please everybody at every level, whether it's the customer, whether it's the service writer, whether it's the service manager, whether it's your lube tech under you, whether it's your master mechanic. You have to please all of them just to get a car done, and it's just like, man, I just want to fix cars. I just want to make them right. So yeah, I think that those are some huge reasons why mechanics are leaving this field. And I think the final reason that I'm going to give is just the investment portion. The first 3 years of a mechanic's career, they can expect to spend 40 to 45% of their income on tools if they want to, continue and move forward in their career. Or you have to beg coworkers, beg your bosses, and be that guy. But it's hard, man. I've got probably 40,000 in tools. 5 years into it, my grandpa helped me start. He retired out of one of the big three, so he gave me some tools, but I didn't have much. And I've spent about $30,000 of my own money in this career, and that's tough, man. I'm a new father, I'm a new husband, and I'm trying to raise a family, and that money is not just flowing, to spend on tools, and I have to do my job. So for me, I love the career. I love working on cars. I love the problem solving. I love the puzzles. So, it was worth it for me. But I know for a lot of other people, it's not worth it. And they're switching out of this field to go to industrial maintenance. They're going to HVAC. They're going to back to college, getting engineering roles or getting teaching roles. They're just getting out of this field as fast as they can because it is something needs to change, man. The ability to make money, sure, it's there, but if you want to make that good money, you have to sacrifice your time, your body, your mind, your emotional state, and man, you shouldn't have to sacrifice all that for a job, in my opinion. And so it's tough. However, if you after hearing all that still are interested in becoming a mechanic, I'm going to be putting out a new video soon, maybe in a couple days, of kind of what I did, how I did it. There's a past video I made on it, but I'm going to go more in depth on it, how I did it, how I got into it, and my tips and tricks to make it easier for anybody else trying to get into this field in 2025, man. It is difficult enough. It is hard enough. Don't deal with all the false information. Don't deal with people that don't want to see you succeed. So I'm going to get that video out for you guys. I'm going to give you my whole timeline of what I think you should do with the tools. I think you need to start your career to try to stay under $5,000, and kind of where I would go with it.